Hey guys, Slynk here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a new piece of software called Melodics. Now before I go any further, Melodics is paying me for this video, but you know, like I get a lot of emails these days from people asking me to promote their products on my YouTube channel, and 95% of the time I'm like, that sucks, you know, I'm not going to do that. I'll turn down the free money because I want this to be a good learning resource for you guys. You know, I'm not just out here trying to make some cash. But the other 5% of the time, I'll get an email and I'll take a look at the thing and I'll be like, damn, that's actually a really cool idea. You know, that's something I would actually use personally, or I might think like, wow, that's something that could really help out you guys. So that's actually exactly how I feel about Melodics. I think it's really sick. So Melodics is a learning tool designed to teach you how to become a better finger drummer and a better keyboard player. It's basically like Guitar Hero, except instead of using a fucking plastic guitar and wasting your time, you're using actual MIDI devices in your studio and building a skill that you could eventually take to the stage and impress everyone with, you know? And you can use pretty much any MIDI device on the market. There's like presets for all of them. And you can even map custom MIDI devices like this one. So if you've got an awesome friend that made a custom MIDI device for you, you can practice with that as well. So Melodics is free and you get 60 free lessons when you download the software. And then if you get really into it, you can pay for more lessons. But I think that's cool, you get free lessons. But the really cool thing is the CEO and founder of Melodics, Sam Griven, if we scroll down on his LinkedIn page, he used to be the CEO of Serato from between 2011 and 2014. And he studied at MIT. So this guy knows his shit for sure. And check this out. Look at all the different partners that they're working with. Native Instruments, Ableton, Pioneer DJ, Novation, Serato, Akai, Korg, Roland. The #1 players in this kind of scene, the music production scene, the performance scene, the DJ scene. This software, Melodics, is kind of bridging that gap between the DJ scene and the production scene and bringing production to, you know, the stage and making it live, you know, performing your music instead of just pushing play on your Ableton set on stage or playing a song in Serato. You know, if you get good at playing the keyboard and finger drumming, you can perform your music. So that's why I think this software is going to be super cool in the future. And once everyone jumps on board, the level of performance that we'll see on stage is going to go up. All right, enough of that. Here we are in Melodics. It looks pretty cool. I like the design of it. The first thing you want to click is switch instrument, and then you can see all the different instruments that you can use. So right now we have Melodics pad selected, but you can also use an electronic drum kit or a MIDI keyboard. So we'll just go with pads for right now. We'll check out MIDI keys later. Because I'm using a custom MIDI pad here, we'll need to set that up. So we'll go into settings, and while we're in here, we've got our correct audio device selected. We've got the latency at the lowest, and right now Ableton Push is selected. I've got it plugged in over there, but we want to use this controller. So we'll click map, and it's a 4x4 grid. So we'll select 4x4, and then it just says hit any pad, and then hit the bottom left pad, and then just hit all the pads in sequence. There we go. Done. Now we can go back to lessons and check it out. You can sort the lessons by grade. So this is like how difficult it is. And this is the most difficult lessons of all. But you can also browse for different genres. There's all kinds of different music in here. You can play some funk, you can play some EDM, dubstep, whatever you're into, whatever you want to practice. And there's also an artist section. So these are all the different lessons that different artists have created. I think all of the lessons were created by actual artists that you probably have heard of. You know, I think, DJ Jazzy Jeff is there, DJ Spinner, a bunch of, oh, look at that. Hey, that's me. That's right. They made one of my songs into a lesson, which is really cool. So let's play that one. I played it off camera and I got 1 star first try. But I don't think I'll do it this time. So there's 3 parts to the lesson. We'll start with the first part here. It says down the bottom here, you've got 5 fingers, and it's saying to put my first 2 fingers on the kick snare there, on the kick and snare. So we can click this start button, or we can just press all the 4 corners to go to the next page, and then we can press all 4 corners to start. So let's just give it a shot. Oh, not bad. I got a double hit there. I almost got the higher points there, but that's not too bad. All right, let's try the next step. full kick and snare. Okay, let's do it. Oh, and by the way, before I start this section, up the top left here, you can see there's a little volume mixer. So we've got the volume for the metronome, the volume for the notes that you're playing, and then the guide notes. So what it would sound like if you played it perfectly, you can turn that up. I've got that turned all the way down right now so I can just hear my own notes, and then a volume slider for the backing track. So you can kind of like get a feel for the song and get the timing. And if you're having a lot of trouble with a lesson, you can go into practice mode and just turn the BPM down and just practice it in slow motion, and then slowly progress higher in BPM so that you can get a feel for it and eventually pass the lesson. So that's really cool. But we're just going to do it live. Let's go.
Got a front yard futon. El Camino in the driveway.
Oh yeah, that wasn't too bad. Nice. But this next one is really, really hard. You got to bring in the hi-hat. I'm not sure if I agree with the finger layout for this lesson. I might message them and ask them to change it. But I think the kick and snare should be on the left hand and the hi-hat should be on the right hand. So I'm going to play it like that. That's how I would play it. I feel like this would be so much harder, like playing like this, because you'd be like most of the work is on your right hand. Anyways, let's give it a shot. We'll do it freestyle like this. Oh, that was dicey, but I just passed the lesson. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. There's heaps of different lessons. I feel like my lesson is actually kind of tricky, but there's some really, really hard ones in there, especially the drum and bass ones. I've tried them out. But let's try out the keys next. All right. Here's where you get to see me really fail at this program. Continue with keys. All right. And let's make sure that we set this up. Since this is the first time I'm using it, we'll map my controller. Push the first key on the left and the first key on the right, and that's it. We're good to go. All right, let's go to the lessons, and maybe we'll play a funk song here. So let's try this one. I don't know how hard it is. We'll just give it a shot. Okay, basic rhythm. Let's do this. Oh, let me go down an octave. Okay. It's kind of like giving you a preview of what to do. Let's give it a go. Nailed it. That was pretty easy. Let's try a different lesson actually. All right, so let's browse by grade. We'll maybe go to grade 7 and see if we don't fail really, really hard. Okay, this one's about chords, it says right there. And it looks like it's just quickly downloading the lesson. Maybe we'll hear a little preview of how it sounds. Oh man, I think this is going to be hard. I'm a pretty bad keyboard player. Whoops. Man, this is going to be hard. This is going to be painful for all of you that play keyboard really well. Okay. Oh, nailed it. Nailed it. Perfect. Nice. I thought I was going to do a lot worse than that. Oh look, there's 5 parts to this lesson. This is really cool. Let's go again. Oh no, I can't play the keyboard, guys. Clearly I'm terrible and I need a lot more practice. Maybe I should start at a lower grade and work my way up. I was a little bit overconfident there. But yeah, if you really enjoy a certain lesson, you can favorite it. Just click the heart and then give it a rating, and other people will be able to find the coolest lessons based on your ratings. And there's a little sort of motivational tool here where if you practice 3 days in a row, you know, you get a little gold star or whatever. So if you want to have a little bit more direction to your lessons, you can actually go to courses, and there's specific courses based on what you're trying to learn. So if you want to learn how to play your bass lines really well, you can do the bassline boot camp. You can do your first inversion chords. Let's check out the courses in the pads here. Yeah, so we got introduction, hip hop basics, syncopation, playing in the pocket. There's loads more for the pads because the keyboard section of the program has just been released actually. The 2-finger independence one, I tried that out and it's very hard. Cool, so that's Melodics. I think it's a really cool piece of software. I've got a few annoyances with it though, which I'm sure they'll fix in future updates. Basically, I just wish that you could change the views so that the notes, like on the beats mode anyways, on the pads mode, the notes always come from this direction. And I wish there was an option to make them come from the top, you know? And I feel like these lanes are too spread out, you know? I wish you could sort of like compress them so that everything was closer together. It'd be easier to see what's up next, and maybe add an option to include more grid lines. Like if there's a note here, for example, how do you know if that's a 16th or an 8th or, you know, a triplet or what? You know, I feel like there needs to be some more grid lines, some more options. But like I said, they're always updating the software. Every time I open Melodics, there's new lessons that get installed, new updates and stuff like that. So I'm sure they'll eventually implement that. This is very early days in this software and I think it's really going to blow up. Overall, I think it's a really awesome piece of software and I think it can really help you get better at playing keys and being a better finger drummer. So if you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description to the Melodics website. And a quick note for my regular subscribers, I know you guys are super hyped for the next Ableton tutorial and that'll be coming out really soon. I've got some big things planned, and also Pimp My Project is not dead. I'll be doing another episode soon, so just bear with me. Christmas and New Year's was pretty hectic and I got a little bit sick afterwards, so you know, what can you do? You'll just have to wait. But anyways, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.